Hello, my name is Alex and I work at the Young Sun.
And I'm Jamil, straight from the Big Sun.
Welcome to the Sun Bookshop Recommends. Today I will be recommending Fred Gets Dressed by Peter Brown. This is such a gorgeous picture book. It came out a couple of months ago. The story is absolutely wonderful. The illustrations are amazing. It's unsurprising. Peter Brown is a fantastic writer and illustrator. They brought us Mr. Tiger Goes Wild and The Wild Robot and The Wild Robot Escapes, and they have all been amazing, and this is no exception. It is a story of inclusivity and exploring oneself and individuality. It's semi-autobiographical. But I think one of the things that really separates this picture book from many other picture books that sort of explore similar themes is that not only is it about exploring yourself and your own identity, but it's also about other people accepting that, and not only accepting but supporting you in doing that, which I think is something that is really important and often isn't explored in stories for kids. And this one really does it, and it does it in a really wonderful way. I was just so captured when I read it for the first time, and I have proceeded to read it to very many of my co-workers, and I have yet to hear any sort of criticism from anyone I've read it to. It is just such a gorgeous story, and not only is it all of these things, it's also just really, really fun and a bit silly. Fred doesn't want to get dressed, wants to run around naked. And as somebody who has some experience with young children, I know that that is very common and very accurate. It is just absolutely wonderful, and I could not more highly recommend it.
Wow, I will definitely have to check that out. I have heard it read to me before, and it is quite it. Everything you say is true. It's great. Wow. Well, I am recommending Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. Now, this one is for anyone who is a really good fan of fantasy and mystery at the same time, perhaps, or one or the other. You'll definitely find something good in this book for you. So this one follows the journey of Piranesi, who's a young man who lives in a place called the House, and we, through his perspective of writing diary entries, we get to learn a little bit about the house for every amount of time that he sort of lives there. We learn it's a massive labyrinth of stone statues, marble floors, waterfalls, mysterious clouds, and fish. Um, and he sort of lives his day to day life in there. He has a friend called the Prophet, who we learn a little bit about. And he kind of helps him do strange experiments and rituals. Um, but as time goes on, Piranesi discovers small messages from someone else who may be in the house. And therein lies the mystery of what is going on in the house, because as far as Piranesi is concerned, only two people live there. So through this sort of fantasy environment, we kind of get to learn a little bit about Piranesi, about his life and his backstory. But as the mystery unravels more and more, you begin to question a lot of things that are going on. You question Piranesi's accounts of things. You question what the house is really about, what it's really like. And it's a very thrilling read. Like, it's about maybe 250 pages, and I burned through this in a day because it is very, very gripping. It balances a really beautiful sort of description of environment that you get in fantasy, like some really nice world building, really poetic stuff, particularly of the natural environments. But at the same time, you get a really gripping mystery at the heart of it. And the characters are really memorable. You fall in love with Piranesi very easily. He's very charming. And it all ties together very nicely at the end with a very, very good twist that I did not see coming. And I reckon neither will anyone else. It's very, very, very unexpected. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in a mystery that you can burn through very quickly with some really charming characters and environments, Piranesi is the book for you.
I'm definitely intrigued. That sounds great to me.
It is pretty good. Nice. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in for this week's Sun Recommends, and we will see you next week. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.